Glad you're watching Newsfeed this Wednesday and a happy new month. Good afternoon, I'm Flora Limuki. Here is our top story this afternoon. The standoff between county governments and the National Treasury is yet to end after the Council of Governors maintained its stand on the county's shareable revenue, where the chiefs want an increment from 370 billion shillings to 425 billion shillings. Speaking in Nairobi on Wednesday, COG Vice Chairperson Ahmed Abdullahi, who doubles up as Wajir Governor, accused the National Treasury of failing to build a consensus with the Commission on Revenue Allocation. This afternoon, the governors are meeting Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua in Nairobi in an effort to deal with the stalemate that may affect county activities. Well, we'll be bringing you that story a little bit later in our bulletin. Moving on, the Cabinet Secretary for Water and Sanitation, Alice Wahome, Wednesday morning led other stakeholders and partners in launching the Horn of Africa Groundwater for Resilience Program, a project that is expected to address drought-related challenges in the 5 northern counties of Turkana, Mandera, Wajir, Garissa, and Marsabit. Governors representing the 5 counties called for speedy implementation of the project to address the hunger situation in the region. The project is funded by World Bank in partnership with IGAD and the Ministry of Water.
The Ministry's commitment and energy that we shall put in, I want to assure you that we will also ensure that the procurement, where necessary, because a lot of it has to go through that, will be dealt with as fast as possible. This time round, there will be no single ghost project, because we shall ensure that every shilling, and I know World Bank is very keen on that, every single project is well documented and completed. Any person who takes a project by way of contractors and do not complete will be blacklisted by my own pen and ink, forwarded to the ministry, kept by the ministry and forwarded to the government procurement agency. So once we start this project, because you know we are losing lives, we've lost animals, we cannot afford to joke around. It is concessionary loans, but this money belongs to the people of the 5 counties. I have been so far since I was appointed to Marsabit. I've gone to Wajir, I've been to Garissa, and I think I'm scheduled soon to go to Turkana. So I think it's only Mandera that have not yet come, and I am sure the governor is whispering to me that he wants to host me. And therefore, we know the dire situation that these counties, among others, because the assaults are 23 in number, are going through. The drought has hit the entire country, but these particular counties need more attention, more specific, close focused attention to be able to deal with the impact.
The Speaker of the National Assembly, Moses Wetangula, has called upon prosecutors to grip the cooperation among themselves and make it easier to tame the undying crime within the African continent that is easily mutating with technological trends. Speaking while presiding over the closing ceremony of the 16th Annual General Meeting and Conference of African Prosecutors Association in Mombasa, Wetangula has also stated that there is need of prosecutors being competent by carrying out thorough investigations to ensure that innocent people are not charged for what they did not do.
Now we live in a global village, as we call it, and crimes committed 10,000-15,000 kilometers away from us affect us directly. But we must start by dealing with issues African. In the quest for justice, there is always 2 sides: the justice for the complainant, justice for the victim. So as prosecutors, you also walk a tightrope and the narrow path of ensuring that those who seek justice and those who are victims of those seeking justice must be balanced in our approach so that we don't trample on any human rights. Equally important is that society is not safe simply because we are prosecuting those who commit crimes. It will be even safer if we educate the population on the pitfalls of crime so that we avoid falling into criminal activities. Prevention is always better than cure.
And in some rather sad news, a somber mood engulfed Nyamwere village in Migori County after the body of a 3-year-old baby was found allegedly defiled and thrown in a pit latrine. According to the aunt of the baby, Caroline George, who spoke on behalf of the parents, the baby went missing on Saturday and was last seen at Nyamwere Center with her friends, who were coming from church, and reported the matter to the police to enhance efforts of finding her.
Ni kisa cha kuhuzunika sana na tumeshangaa kabisa. Ningependa kwanza nichukue fursa hii kusema pole kwa ndugu wetu mpendwa Ken Oyare na mke wake kwa ajili ya kupoteza mtoto mchanga ambaye walikuwa wanampenda.
Ni jambo ambalo imetustua sana kama wakaaji wa Nyamwere. Haijawahi kutendeka katika hizi miaka zote ambao tumekaa hapa. Mtoto ambao ni wa miaka 3, msichana wa Ken Oyare, alipotea mnamo siku ya Jumamosi, na leo tunastukia kumpata kwa choo ya mkaaji mmoja wetu wa jirani wake kabisa wa hapa, Madam Helen.
Kwamba muwe mnaangalia watoto wenu, mchunge watoto wakati anatoka shule. Hata saa zingine ile maboda mnapea kubeba watoto, huo unajua ni mtu gani unapea mtoto.
The increase in cancer prevalence could be as a result of an increase in cancer diagnosis across the country. This is according to experts who say the country needs to encourage early diagnosis among Kenyans as a way of reducing the number of cancer-related deaths. Tomorrow, the country will be hosting the National Cancer Summit that aims at taking stock of the cancer response 10 years after the enactment of the Cancer Prevention and Control Act of 2012.
Even the technologists, everyone, they will set up and they will go outside and treat. We have cameras to monitor the patient. According to the Globocan statistics, we every year there are around 40,000 plus cases are detected, and it causes around 27 to 30,000 cases mortality every year. Okay, so that the recent rise in the cases could be it may be contributed to. Now we have more diagnostic tools. Okay, the more cancers are detected. Earlier maybe the cancers were not detected. They were the people used to die without treatment, without diagnosis. Also because of the current lifestyle, these are lifestyle diseases. Okay. Due to sedentary life, unhealthy foods, unhealthy lifestyle, mainly the poisons like agriculture pesticides, more use of them, as well as alcohol, smoking, okay, obesity. These are the causes. Like there is the incidence of cancer is more now.
Elsewhere, Kiambu County government has announced plans of partnering with donor international organizations and NHIF to establish a universal health care that will see county residents access quality health care. Governor Kimani Wamatangi has stated that there is an ongoing mass registration that is being undertaken in conjunction with NHIF, and which he said will end in March. The data will be consolidated and together with the donors will put at least 1 million people in a health insurance scheme.
Makusudio yangu na utaratibu wangu uko hivi. Wewe kuja na kitambulisho peke yake, fika pale, peana jina, peana kitambulisho, namba yako ya simu na wachukue kidole chako. Ukifanya namna hiyo, hiyo ingine ni wachie. Kadi ni ya familia. Wewe ukifika pale hospitalini, ile kitu unabeba ni kitambulisho peke yake. Unaenda, unapeana kitambulisho, unawekelea kidole, kama ni kulazwa, kama ni ugonjwa ni blood pressure, kama ni sukari, kama ni nini, unatibiwa, kadi inapigwa ama kidole inawachwa pale, wewe unaenda nyumbani zako. Tuko sawa jameni? Hii shughuli tutaifunga mwisho wa mwezi wa 3. Na tukifunga tumefunga. Itakuwa ni aibu ya kwamba wewe ni mwana Kiambu, alafu wengine mtu anatembea kwa hospitali ya Kiambu anatibiwa na wewe unafika unaitishwa pesa kwa vile hukujiandikisha. Tafadhali mueleze mwenzako, mueleze jirani, mueleze sister yako, mama, nani, jiandikisheni, tunafunga mwezi wa 3.
An elderly man from Kaiwa location in Masinga sub-county in Machakos County is pleading with state agencies to intervene and help him secure a piece of land he alleges he bought from a friend over 40 years ago. Mulangilo Ndolo, 88 years old, is said to have purchased the piece of land way back in 1982, and he has been living in the land parcel with his family since then. However, recently, the son to the man who sold him the land has made advances to grab the land and has already fenced part of the land.
Nione kama niko naye.
Hii shamba alinunua mwaka 82 na akanunua yote. Sasa kijana wa hiyo mzee alinunua kwake, ndio alikuja kucomplain shamba ni yake. Tumeenda ofisi mingi sana kwa DO, kwa DC, mpaka tukatuma Ardhi House headquarters lands. Tukaenda karatasi yote ikatafutwa ikakosekana. Sasa tunaomba serikali tusaidie kutoka hapo. Sasa tuna uwezo wa kuendelea kukaa hapo. Mzee hana chochote, amekuwa mgonjwa miaka mingi na hawezi tembea.
Hii shamba tumeanza kesi miaka 6. Tumeita hiyo familia ya Rapa Rizwi kotini, imesema haina haki yao iko huku. Kama ulizo mali ametoa hiyo haki yake huku. Naona wananidhulumu sababu sina uwezo wa kusaidia mzee. Naomba serikali isaidie mzee apate haki yake.
2 people have been arrested at Masosa area in Kisii Town, Kitutu Central Ward, with 6 sacks of cannabis sativa worth 60,000 shillings. The street value 2 were apprehended by Kisii Deputy Commander during a crackdown after receiving a tip from residents of Nyakumisaro Masosa village. Police say the suspects will be arraigned at the Kisii law courts. Tomorrow, cases of drug abuse have been reported to be on the rise in Kisii County lately.
In the morning, officers from Kisii Central Police Station, acting on a tip-off from members of the public, raided a house where whatever you have seen, that is sativa cannabis, that is bang, the local language bangi, were recovered. When or after gaining entrance into the building or the house, 2 suspects were arrested whom we believe to be the owners. We have been informed by teachers from schools around that students, when they are on weekend or holidays, they go to such places and engage themselves in the use of the drugs.
Bar owners in various villages in Mwea West sub-county are counting losses after criminals broke into their premises and made away with alcohol and properties of unknown value. Bar Owners Association Chair in Dhiba Ward, Bernard Githaiga, says over 10 bars in the area were broken into by armed robbers last night. Githaiga further said residents are now living in fear of being attacked by the gang which mainly target bars and bar owners. According to one of the victims, Jane Kingori, noted that the attackers were donning outfits similar to police uniforms and carried rifles. Residents are now calling on the police to conduct patrols at night in order to curb the insecurity.
Asubuhi kitu kama saa 9 na dakika 12 hao wezi waliingia hapo Dodome Village Mbuka location na wakaenda kwa hiyo kijiji wakakuta watu ambao wanacheza karata pale, na sasa wakawafukuza ndio nafasi wapate na nafasi ya kuimba hiyo bar ambayo inaitwa Kings. Wakafagia everything, mitungi nini, including plastic cups. Kwa hivyo wakaenda na everything.
Hapa pande ya Mwea wameimba Dodome na nikuchukua kuimba na wako na buduki. Wanaenda hata kwa manyumba. Nauliza aje, kwani Ruto hataki kutuangalia sisi kama wanyonge?
Watu wa pili wenye walikuja na gari walikuwa wamevaa nguo za askari. Hao ndio walivunja na wakabeba kila kitu. Walikuwa na buduki, wenye walikuwa na pikipiki walikuwa na buduki.
Tungependelea serikali ifanye bidii iwe inafanya patrol ya usiku.
After the deputy president commanded on the crackdown of illegal brew in the Mount Kenya region, police in Maragua, Murang'a South have nabbed illicit brews hidden in one of the premises in the area. For a while now, police have been pursuing the traders who are selling counterfeit alcoholic drinks in the area. Speaking after the operation, Gitonga Murigi, the deputy county commissioner, said that their target is on the distributors and the suppliers selling the substandard liquor. He further added that they are working closely with the county government to ensure only the bars which meet the required guidelines are licensed to operate.
Tukifuatiliza wale ambao wanahusika na biashara ya pombe haramu kwenye sub-county ya Murang'a South yote nzima, na kuna watu wachache ambao tumekuwa tukiwaangazia. Sisi kama Murang'a South tumeamua kwamba tunataka kuangazia wale watu ambao wanafanya biashara kubwa. I'm talking about the suppliers and manufacturers. We are aware that there are a few fellas who are manufacturing illegal stuff, especially within Maragua division. We are on their case. And we got quite a good number of suppliers across the sub-county, and we are closely monitoring them with a view of completely eradicating the illegal stuff out of Murang'a South. Kwa hivyo tungependa kuwaonya wale wote ambao wanahusika kwenye hiyo biashara, wale wanatengeneza na wale ambao wanafanya kuisupply, kwamba siku zao zimehesabiwa.
Prime Cabinet Secretary wife Tessie Musalia has asked security agents to protect the aged from being robbed or swindled their money from the cash transfer program. Tessie stated that it's disheartening for young people to take advantage of the physical condition of the elderly and rob them the small stipend they get from the government. Speaking in Mudhidhi Kigundo sub-county, where she joined Ahadi Kenya Trust Executive Director Stanley Kamau to donate food among other personal items to widows and elderly people, Tessie said recent incidents where some aged people were attacked and robbed of their money should not be repeated.
Wanapata pesa yao, wanafika nyumbani kisalama. Juzi tulisoma kwa gazeti mzee ako na ni mzee ako na amri 50 kama amri Ahadi ako na miaka 50. Aliua mama yake mzee sababu ya pesa 2,000. So Bwana Commissioner, please, if you can, ensure that our mothers, our fathers wanafika nyumbani salama.
Juu ya watu wa mama wazee, si ndio? Na tumeambiwa mashida mingi sana kuhusu wazee wetu. Na kuzeeka sio kusema huwezi fanya kitu yoyote, si ndio? Kwa hivyo jambo la kwanza ningesema, wale watu wote wanapata pesa ya wazee, tafadhali mambo ya pombe tuachane nayo. Hiyo pesa kidogo unapata, tafadhali usipeleke kwa pombe, si ndio? Na hiyo pesa kidogo nimefurahi sana kuona my own mothers wako hapa, shushus na watu wengine hapa. wamefanya biashara kidogo tu ya kushona hizi viondo. Si mnaona, mnajionea?
Mudhithi. Na tulionelea ni vizuri tuanze kushona hizi viondo kwa kupunguza umaskini. Na kwa sababu ya hiyo manyumbani kulikuwa na shida nyingi sana kwa sababu saa ile corona ilikuja, wabwana wetu wakarudi nyumbani.
It is a sigh of relief for a 15-year-old girl in Suna East, Migori County, who will now be able to join Form 1 after 1 year wait due to financial constraints. This is after she got a helping hand from well-wishers who will help her join school after staying at home for 1 full year due to lack of fees. Neema Atieno is lucky to have escaped the high cases of teenage pregnancy in Migori County, and she's among 30 students from Suna East Sub-County who have benefited the full scholarship program.
Jina naitwa Neema Atieno, nilisoma katika shule ya msingi ya Rabutaya, nikafaulu kupata alama 337 na school fee ilikosekana hadi nikakaa nyumbani wania kama bado sijaenda shuleni, na dizia nimepata scholarship ya job tambo. Sasa nimefurahia, nitaenda shuleni na ningependa nikimaliza shuleni nikuwe daktari.
Kwa moyo yangu sikujua kama nitapata scholarship, lakini kwa neema ya Bwana Yesu nimeona amenifanyia nikapata scholarship. Kwa hii mtoto yangu sikujua kama yeye atasoma, lakini vile Mwenyezi Mungu alikuwa amelinda ataenda shuleni, nimeona Mwenyezi Mungu amefanyia maajabu, ataenda shule. Nimeshukuru job tambo.
Milimani Principal Magistrate Gilbert Shikwe has delivered the ruling that has saw the release of Korogosho MCA Absalom Odhiambo over the allegation of hate speech. The prosecution had requested to detain Odhiambo for 7 days to complete investigations on allegations that he uttered words that are likely to cause violence or destabilize the nation. In his ruling, the magistrate Gilbert Shikwe dismissed the application, saying the application lacked legal stand and the only option is to dismiss the application, and the respondent is consequently discharged.